Hey YouTube, hey Bold and the Beautiful fans, what is Luna's plan with Steffy? And who's going to find Steffi's phone and who is going to rescue Steffy? So let's get into these subjects, okay? So first of all, we know from the preview and for next week's previews that Luna is going to hold Steffy captive in a cage in Poppy's old apartments, okay? And we know those apartments are condemned. They're set to be demolished. So it looks like Luna's plan is to keep Steffy in that cage when the buildings are destroyed. And that's how Luna is going to try and get rid of Steffy, okay? One idea that came up is if Luna is responsible for what happened to Tom and Hollis, then why not do the same thing to Steffy? Well, Poppy's in jail, right? So if another person dies the same way, then that will arouse suspicion and it could exonerate Poppy, okay? If somebody else happens to die and Poppy's in jail, then they might think that Poppy's not responsible. They might, recharge this investigation, especially if it turns out to be Steffy who's the victim, right? And because of her family and her prestige, so that could, raise even bigger questions, okay? So it looks like Luna now is doing things differently, and it looks like this is her plan to remove Steffy, okay? So we'll see this week, Luna is going to make this revelation, so a chilling revelation. So we'll see if Luna confesses, right, to the crimes against Tom, against Hollis. And villains always kind of reveal their plans, right, sometimes, right? So maybe Luna reveals this diabolical plan to Steffy, and of course Steffy knows she has to get out of there. Spoilers say she's going to make an attempt to free herself, but spoilers also say that she's going to be starved and weak, and she's going to be begging for Finn to come and find her. So it looks like Steffy's not going to be able to get away. It looks like Luna is maybe once these scenes are wrapped up at the apartment, it looks like Luna's going to leave. Maybe she leaves earlier, comes back, and she's coming back, the way Justin did with Thomas. So we'll see how that happens. But it looks like Steffy's going to be stuck in that cage, and someone is going to have to find her, okay? And the question is who rescues Steffy, okay? So I did a poll on this, and Finn is leading the poll with Liam behind. Okay, so of course Liam in the past has been the one that has come to the rescue, but it looks like this could be more of a Sin, Steffy, and Finn a building block story for Finn and Steffy to bond over this and to strengthen their bond, their marriage. So Finn's going to be the one now, I think. My guess, my prediction is that Finn is the one who finds Steffy, whether he's alone or with other characters. Maybe it's Finn and Liam. Maybe it's Finn and Deacon again. They found Sheila in that warehouse. Maybe they'll team up again. It could be a combination of characters, okay? So we'll see. But if it is Finn, that's going to strengthen that bond with Steffy and Finn. Of course, Finn found Steffy in Monte Carlo too, and they came together at the church, right? There was that reunion too, when Steffy thought that Finn was gone. So we'll see if they have another reunion like that. If it's Liam, then that obviously strengthens Steam, right? If it's Hope, maybe that redeems Hope in Steffy's eyes in some way. Same thing with Sheila. Of course, Sheila was the one who rescued Kelly. Could Sheila now, Sheila knows how villains think, right? So maybe she could get a step on Luna and she could rescue Steffy. And, of course, Sheila would redeem herself possibly in Steffi's eyes, although Steffy, really has a problem with Sheila, so that might not work. But there's any number of scenarios that could take place. But back to Hope, she was the one that found Thomas in the Spencer basements when Justin was holding him captive. So could Hope be the one? Could Sheila be the one and get redemption? There's any number of scenarios that could take place, but my guess is that it's going to be Finn. So we'll see how this unfolds. And then there's the other issue of Steffy's phone. Of course, Steffy left her phone behind at Bill's place. So who's going to find Steffy's phone? Well, a spoiler for later this week says that Finn gets a clue when he visits the Spencer estate. So could that clue be the phone? Could that be Steffy's phone? Will Steffy's phone be sitting there all week We'll have to see. Now, there's one idea that somebody's going to try to call Steffy, and if someone calls Steffy, then the phone's going to ring and Bill's going to hear it, and Bill's going to find the phone. So we'll see if that happens. Also, Luna could be back there. Luna could be back at Bill's place, and the phone rings and Luna sees it, or maybe Luna sees it before the phone rings, if the phone rings at all. But there's one idea that maybe Luna gets a hold of the phone, and if she does, she could cause more chaos with that phone and pretend to be Steffy. Maybe she sends Finn some texts, okay? And Finn Finn thinks something is off about the text because it's not Steffy's texting style. Okay, there's any number one of things happen like that. That would be a lot of fun if things went in that direction. Over on The Young and the Restless years ago, there was a story like that with when Mariah was being held captive, and Stitch had Mariah's phone, was sending Tessa texts. Okay, and Tessa thought something was strange about those texts. So will something like that happen? We'll have to see, because Luna could definitely create this illusion that Steffi's just away, like she told Finn, and of course Steffi told Finn not to contact her, so no one's really going to be suspicious or looking for Steffi except maybe Finn, okay? Finn's gonna know something isn't right. So Luna could use Steffi's phone to pretend that she's Steffi to try to create this smokescreen, okay? But Finn's gonna know something isn't right, and if Finn finds the phone, he's definitely gonna know something is off about this whole situation. But the phone will provide a big clue, it seems, this week, so we'll see which character finds it, and we'll see who comes to the rescue of Steffi. It looks like that's going to be in another, not this week, but maybe the following. We'll have to see. It's going to be an action-packed week. Steffi is in real peril here, so we'll have to see how this all turns out, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun as this summer whodunit mystery starts to head towards a climax. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be incredible. Don't miss a moment. I'll have more updates coming. You guys are the best. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.